have opticians who are more specific.
Yes, they work mostly on glasses. So that means they will, maybe I can write a prescription and give to an optician to make that lens. So they make your glasses, how your glasses are right now. We also have an ophthalmologist. So that's a medical doctor who performs surgeries. We do not perform surgeries as optometrists. Yes.
So an optometrist, you basically just check and recommend, give advice.
Yes, we can prescribe drops, we prescribe glasses, but ophthalmologists deal with more complicated ocular disorders, and they also perform surgeries. Yes.
You know, because oftentimes, anytime you hear someone saying, I have a problem with my eyes, or I feel like I need to go see a doctor, they would keep saying oftentimes, I'm going to see an optician.
Yes, optician. Yeah, I think it's the more common term. A lot of people don't know optometrists. Yeah, but we exist.
You exist. So you're here to also equally give us your role.
Yes.
So by the time you're thinking of getting checked before you actually either wear the contacts, the glasses, the eye drops, whichever it is will be recommended to you, which is the first step to take? You go to the optician, the optometrist, the ophthalmologist.
Okay, so you can go to any of us.
Any can do?
Yes, any can do, because say you start with an optician and they are not able to deal with the condition, they might refer you to us, and if your condition you also can't deal with, we can also refer to an ophthalmologist. But maybe just to make it easier, if you just need glasses, you have poor vision, you've had glasses, you need glasses, you can see an optometrist or an optician. If you have maybe a more serious ocular condition, say that you feel might need surgery, okay, you wouldn't know, but if you have a more serious condition, it's better to see an ophthalmologist. Yes,
because they would get deeper into
they would run more tests than we would.
All right, now let's come to the conversation. As we've said, and we keep saying all the time, in fact, any conversation you have, you realize that technology, the digital space, is where we are moving to. I mean, that is actually, like, I should say, our new norm. There wouldn't be any time where you wouldn't find yourself either on the phone, watching TV, on your computer. Even our workspaces dictate that kind of environment. So we talk about technology and its impact to eye care. How, or actually eye care. How impactful is it? Because again, we can't do away with that.
So as you've said, technology is very important in our day-to-day daily activities. Most of us will spend a few hours of your day on your phone or your computer, your TV. I mean, almost half of your day.
A day can't end if you've not been any of this
on the devices. Yes, so because it's very important for us on our daily activities, we cannot just put them aside because we need to protect our eyes. But there are a number of things that you can do, and in the process of still using these devices and trying to take or maintain our normal eye health. There are a number of things we can do. Say you're always on your computer and it's your job from 8 to 5. You can reduce the screen time by maybe taking short breaks during that time. If you're spending 1 hour, make sure out of that 1 hour you take 20 minutes or 20 seconds of that to look at something at least 20 feet away. That goes, it's a small thing, but it goes a long way. Yes. Other than that, you're supposed to change the angles on your computer. Say there's a window behind you, you're supposed to change the angle so that you don't have a lot of glare from your devices. We have, you can adjust the lighting on your computer, on your phone, on your screens. All screens have that. You can adjust the brightness. Again, you don't want to put it very dim so that you're also straining to look at the screens. So just make it comfortable enough for you to be able to work comfortably with them.
And I've heard you talk about the dimness or the lightness, and we'll come that to be trying to understand which one is actually better depending on whatever condition you might have, or if at all you're just okay. But before we get to that, you've talked about reducing screen time, and we can clearly agree that there are jobs whereby you are constantly on the screen. So then how do you go about this? Because I mean, this is your job.
It is. So as I mentioned, you're supposed to take short breaks, 20 seconds after every 20 minutes to look at something 20 feet away. You don't have to stand or walk around Say maybe you're not comfortable in a certain, when the intensity of the light around you has changed, then you notice you're now less comfortable, you need it dimmer, or you need to adjust you always need to adjust the lighting. The good thing is we have glasses or lenses that help with that, so that they help you be more able to adjust to the lighting around the devices. Yes.
Talk to me about vision syndrome. Which kind of defect is that? Is it also as a result of constant use of technology?
Yeah, so we have the digital eye strain. That's what you mean. So with the digital eye strain, it comes about when you spend the extended periods of time on these digital devices. As much as it sounds, it's not very serious. The symptoms are not prolonged. They usually last about an hour. So within an hour, yes. So within an hour of spending long hours on your screens, you'll experience sometimes blurry vision, because now your tear film has been disrupted. You don't have your eyes are not well lubricated. You'll experience sometimes fatigue. You feel like your eyelids are heavy. There's just that general discomfort in your eye. For some people, it might be accompanied by headaches, and that means the symptoms will last longer. So yeah, it's a condition that is brought about by digital devices, spending prolonged hours of prolonged time on the screens. Yes.
So I mean, if these conditions are as a result of the technology, different digital platforms, then why are they having so many different names? Because there are quite a number of these defects as a result of technology, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it's because you all get different symptoms. Remember, we might...
Each of this has its own specific symptoms.
Yes, we might both spend the same time on the screen, but at the end of the day, you have a headache. I don't. Maybe your eyes are tearing up. Mine are not. Maybe I'm seeing blurry. I'm having a blurry vision. You having an okay vision. So yeah, that's just part of it. Yeah.
So this digital strain, the digital eye strain, also looks like to be one of those very key conditions as a result of the technology, which is what we're talking about. How do you counteract this kind of condition?
As I had mentioned earlier, there are a number of things you might do. It's very advisable to always have your eyes checked. We say
constantly. After how long?
So we advise you get at least within 2 years you have your eyes checked once. We have people that would want to see them more, especially people who have conditions like diabetes or hypertension, because we have conditions that you are more likely to get because of these conditions. So twice a year it's okay. For people with these other conditions, diabetes, hypertension, once a year. If you wear glasses, it's advisable you have your eyes checked yearly, because by then, remember, even with the test that you undergo for your vision, they might also indicate a different type of condition, not necessarily an ocular condition. Yeah, so you always have your eyes checked at least once or twice a year. Get on your working environment, always adjust the lighting around you. Get proper glasses with the right prescription. Have glasses that help with glare and such thing. Have a well-balanced diet.
So
it's very important.
Go a long way.
Yeah, they do. So you have a well-balanced diet, because by then, if you balance the diet, you'll not get these other conditions, which will later in turn affect your eyes. Yeah, wear sunglasses when you're in the sun. We have UV rays that might be harmful to your eyes. Always have protection against those harmful UV rays.
Yeah, you talked about conditions even while you're explaining that, and you mentioned diabetes, hypertension. In fact, it doesn't really necessarily have to be this particular one. But what are some of these things that someone should be looking at? What are some of these telltale signs?
Okay, so you will notice the symptoms maybe immediately after spending your time on screen. Apart from the
that
tearing,
happens in a snap like that, so immediately?
Really, it builds up over time. Slowly, yes. And then yeah, it builds up slowly over time, and then you will notice, because it will only be after you spend the time on the screen. So you're at work from Monday to Friday. That's when you know your eyes will tear up. They will be red at some point. You'll feel like they are dry or a foreign body sensation, and maybe that's just part of your week. And then maybe on the weekends, since you're not on your computer or your laptop, you will notice that you don't experience that. Then that is likely to tell you that you're getting this eye strain from your devices. Yes.
So just look at some of those signs. It could mean something is wrong and might need.
Yes. And then again, if you have your eyes checked, we will be able to tell and maybe advise.
As you mentioned, yearly, if you're wearing glasses, at least 2 years. If you're not. So then there's always that notion that any time you are feeling like something is wrong with your eye, just looking at also those signs that you've talked about, we are so quick to say, I think I need to start wearing glasses, or I think I need to start wearing contacts, or I think I need eye drops. I think I want you to just elucidate on that a bit, at least to also create a knowledge, perhaps also for our viewers who are watching, that not every eye defect might need glasses, and how you go about that.
It's the truth. Not everyone needs to wear glasses. So when
some things just for aesthetics and looking nice.
Some people prefer to just have glasses because they want to look nice, which is also fine, because with that you can get something that helps with lighting. As much as you want it for aesthetics, you still have it for as with a function. So when you come to the clinic, you go through a test, and the test will tell us if your vision is within normal range.
This is what you do at Lapaire?
Yes.
Okay.
So the test will tell us if your vision is within normal range, and if it is, then we go to the next step. Maybe during your daily activities, do you spend a certain time on your screen? And if you don't, then well and good, you don't need glasses. You might have a different issue. Say maybe you get a lot of discharge in the morning, or maybe your eyes are always itchy. There's pain in your eyes. See, so we work with what you come in with. We don't just give you glasses because you have come to the facility. We want to know what is your main concern. What do you want to have your eyes sorted with? So with that, it's very important that you get your eyes checked or tested by a professional, because it's very easy for you to just walk down in the street and see very nice frames and then just pick it up and put them on and life continues. I won't be able to say much about the legitimacy of these lenses and the frames, but it is important that you get your eyes tested first so that you get your right correction. Yes.
You talked about when you walk into the clinic, there's these tests that are run. I think I'd like you to just walk us through that, also just for people to understand that when you get there, sometimes someone may really have a mentality, as you mentioned, you might be walking on the street, you're seeing some nice frames and you're feeling, okay, just to make me feel nice that I actually went to see a doctor, but already my mind is set. This is what I want. So whatever you diagnose on me, it's actually glasses that I want.
You want.
Walk us through that.
Okay, so there's a range of which we'd say your eyes is within normal range and your eyes is not, because for maybe both of us, if we take this magazine and we put it here, you're able to read it. If we start pushing it further, there'll be a point you'll be like,
can we even test? Can we just try?
Okay.
Let me get this.
Okay. So my vision.
What's the header saying?
Farewell like no other.
And you can clearly see that?
Yes, very clearly.
Let's see if I can. Without glasses.
Interesting. So let's see. So with this.
And the only thing I'm seeing is just the red color.
So you see.
So that means what already?
So it means you already have a refractive error. Refractive error means you're either short-sighted or long-sighted, but you say myopia.
Like I can't even see you clearly. Let me just have them on.
So as I was saying earlier, but if you take this and maybe without your glasses and move it closer to your face, you will be able to
see it well.
Yeah. So the tests we do will tell us for a normal person. For a normal person, for a normal person with normal vision, you're supposed to read this letter at this distance. It's mostly about distance. So if you're able to read something at a certain range, even for adults, you might see them with such symptoms. You're using your phone, but it's on one side, so it means one eye is not giving you good vision.
Like when I look at it like sideways, it's much clearer as opposed to when I'm looking at it frontal.
So that means you need a correction, which can very comfortably help you to read things clearly.
Okay, so I mean that's why again it's important to just go through those tests as opposed to self-prescribing. prescribing yourself.
Yes.
But again, we've also had instances whereby you see someone walk into that pharmacy or the chemist, and maybe they had dry eyes, and we'll talk a bit about that as well. Or, you know, they are teary, you talked about that, or itchy, some form of redness either in the morning or late in the evening, and you're not taking anything. It's just how your eyes look like, and they feel, I need to get those eye drops. Nimeambiwa hizi ndo zinatoa.
It helped my sister, so it will also help me.
I want to.
Yeah, a lot of people self-medicate. It's not advisable. Remember, the eye is a very small organ, but we might experience maybe the same symptoms. You have a teary eye, I have a teary eye, both our eyes are red, both our eyes are itchy. So you think, since you were given that drop, this will also help. That is not correct, because we might have similar symptoms but different conditions, and that's where we say it's very important for you to get your eyes checked. Then we will be able to tell, this is not an allergy, this is a bacterial infection, this is a different condition, you need this type of test, you need this medication. And it's important. At the end of the day, it's very important to have your eyes checked from an eye care professional. And
again, also have another similar situation where someone feels like, I've worn glasses for long, and maybe they're just tiring me. I just don't feel like I want to wear glasses anymore. They feel like, I now want to change from glasses to wearing contacts. I feel like they are better. So is this something that you do? Because, I mean, you already know perhaps whatever your condition is. Like, I already know mine since I've been wearing glasses for a while. Then I feel like I want to just change and start wearing contacts. Do I just change because I already know my condition? Or I again have to go for a test? How does this work? Because you also have those who feel like contacts, removing, putting them on is a lot of work. Let me just be on glasses.
So we have different ways of correcting your vision. The most common one is glasses, because it's affordable, it's less hectic, and it's the more available one. It's easily accessible for a lot of people.
The glasses.
We have contact lenses. Contact lenses also, just like glasses, they are, for a number of places, they are also easily accessible, and then we have refractive surgeries. So out of these three, we want for you to start to have an eye test done first, so that we can see. You need glasses, but you don't need a refractive surgery. You can have contact lenses if you want, because anyone really with refractive errors can have glasses. So say, for example, in your case, you've had glasses for a long time, and now you want to have contact lenses. We go through a test, because remember, with contact lenses you'll be touching your eyes more often, or placing something inside your eye. This is this can offer a very good route for bacteria directly inside your eye.
Contact lens.
So we want to make sure that the contact lens will do more harm than good, because if you don't wash your hands and just put your contact lens directly, you will get an infection in eyes. So it's important that you go through the test, and then maybe depending on the nature of your work, maybe we will know if this contact lens will be more appropriate for you or not.
So again, it also needs that test. You just can't say,
we are going back to having
for
the
3 years already, so I know.
Just give me the contact lenses.
It actually need to go through the test. All right. Also, we equally have another situation where we've talked about the eye defects, the difference, the different of them that there are, and we have also seen that there have been some people who have actually worn glasses for a while, but it gets to a point where they just can't see at all. Some even just completely become blind. So which eye defects are these that are permanent, and which ones can be corrected over time? Do we have specificities? So
with refractive errors, it's very unlikely that you will become blind. Say, I started wearing glasses. I know I'm getting.
Then 10 years later, I just can't see no more.
No, it's unlikely that you will become blind after wearing glasses, or maybe due to a refractive error. So by refractive error, we mean that you need glasses to correct your vision. You're either myopic or hyperopic, or you're either short-sighted or long-sighted. We also have a condition called presbyopia, which affects people over the age of 40.
Specific over the age of 40?
Yes. So for people over the age of 40, approaching the age of 40, they will notice that when you say it's a phone or it's something with very small fonts, they will tend to push it further. You'll notice this with our parents, maybe grandparents, they will tend to push it further away from your face.
If they're on specs, they'll tend to do something of the sort.
Yeah. And then you might have a very good vision, say you have raised intraocular pressure, and you over time you might it also affects your peripheral vision, so you have a reduced field of view. You're not able to see maybe on your side, like when you're looking at me, you're able to also see at something on the side. So over time it reduces, and then
that's not normal.
It's not normal. So, but you're looking at a group of symptoms that you might experience. So remember,
like as you're looking at me, can you see kind of what is on the side?
Yes.
You can?
You're supposed to. But when you get a condition like glaucoma, your peripheral vision will be affected. So you'll have a sort of tunnel vision. I'm only able to see you and just anything behind or along this. So you lose the peripheral vision. So you're supposed to have the peripheral vision. Yes.
There's sometimes someone is actually looking and they're saying, I can see clearly what is on the side. Like
not clearly really, but you're able to.
But you're able
movement,
to
someone is
see.
moving, yes.
All right. We also equally have that, depending on the condition. Oh, and you almost pitched for time. I almost forgot.
Okay.
I just want you to really clarify on that a bit as we finalize, as we close this particular segment. That. And this is very layman, so I really want you to just talk about it a bit. That you'd find someone wearing specs, but anytime they're outside or when there's light, too much light, someone who's looking at you, they won't see the specs as clear. They would see a bit of shade in it, either dark or blue. And you'd see some people that really have whatever condition it is, most of their specs or glasses would equally have that. What is this?
So we have different types of lenses that help with light differently. So maybe the one that is very common is the one that has the photochromatic part of the lens. This, when you go outside, it turns dark. When you go back indoors, it becomes clear. So it turns dark so that it's able to protect you from the harmful UV rays, UVA, UVB, the ones that might damage your eyes. And then we have the ones that are blue. They are blue blocking. These are more specific for digital devices. So if you spend the whole day on your screen, then you'd use the blue blocking lenses. Yes. So depending. So for example, for you already have a prescription. The numbers you might opt to have it with photochromatic or with blue block or with both. Yes.
So that depends. So I felt it was important for you to clarify on that. And it's a good place to end this conversation. Thank you so much, Diana, for your insights. Such a cogent discussion there.
Thank you.
I have been speaking to Diana Langat, who is an optometrist at Lapaire, Kenya, of course, talking to us about matters eye care, intertwining that with technology. I'm Doreen Okello on behalf of the entire team. Asante sana. Till tomorrow, have a good morning.